It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And up next is this team's creative quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. Who knows what we're in store for here on Thursday Night Primetime.
As the weekend approaches, let's settle in and end the week right, with an outstanding Thursday night contest here with the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. Up here in the booth, I'm Kate Scott alongside Brock Heward. And Brock, now that we're into the November portion of our season, we've got a pretty good picture of who both of these teams, at least who we expect these teams to be from here on out.
Yeah, no question about it, Kate. They're through the opening rounds if this is a boxing match, right? In this season-long fight. Early issues been worked through, at least you hope so. And this is where they have to be in that groove as we push through the heart of the season. Any team with hopes beyond Week 18, they got to be figured out. Got to figure out who they are and what they are.
Officially beyond the halfway point now, eyes starting to shift to the playoff picture as this Week 10 game gets underway. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. They're led out by a major source of optimism from their fan base, this rookie from Texas A&M.
You know, Kate, sometimes they say great quarterbacks are like great point guards. And much like we measure point guards in basketball with the assist-to-turnover ratio, and you love a 3-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio that will win you ball games, same with quarterbacking. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, and a big old win last week.
And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on 3rd down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Escapes a defender. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. He picks up 15 on the play. And they're going to have a 1st down. Back-to-back carries here. And he won't win the race to the outside. That one's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Cut for big yards on the right side. And he gets this forward to the 19. It's a 21-yard gain. And it sets up 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Throwing the out route complete. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
There was almost no resistance offered against the rush that came off the line, ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets out.
And he's in for the touchdown. These guys finish up an excellent opening series. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
That one right down the middle. And these guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here's their offense now to take over for the first time. And in his 8th season as a QB, he's the one to lead them out.
And he wonders, he's about to take his first snap today. Yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great. No interceptions. But just the one touchdown. Be curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
Throwing it to start this drive. Short pass brought in. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 2nd and 3 now. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That's good for 7 yards. And they'll have first down.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. They'll motion him out of the backfield. From the 46. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So now they're gonna have to figure out this 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give him a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Their opening drive continues. 1st and 10 now from the 39. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down. They give it to him again. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Throwing now from the gun. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal attempt. It'll be 51 yards from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Their offense headed back out for its 2nd drive of the contest. They're already on a modest little winning streak here, currently in position to stretch it to 3 games as they take the field again. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Play action on 1st down. Completed over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Completed to his running back. This one goes for 3 yards. And that'll be a 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
And he's able to work this down to the 41. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. Well, looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there.
Encroachment, defense.
So keep that 2nd and short play in your back pocket. So the penalty goes ahead and gives them the 1st.
Automatic 1st down.
So after the penalty yardage marked off, here's 1st and 10. They're throwing it. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Offense set for a 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Complete out to the right side. And this one doesn't go far. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Option design here. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Now he'll throw off the play fake. We'll put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. This, our last play of the quarter. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. Neither side separating much so far. More of the NFL on EA Sports right after this. All right, it's about time to get started with quarter number 2. Home offense out, ready to go. Throwing from the gun. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
from the 43. He's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup, and that'll give him a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
He'll throw it yet again. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up second down. They're going play action. And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. Third down coming up.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
Here's a throw. And they can't connect on the third down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got fourth down. On now comes their punter. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And no chance at a return as this one heads across the sideline at the 25-yard line. This offense making its way back out now. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They go play action on first. He puts some power on a deep one left. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
It's now second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Lone back gets the handoff. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that gives them the first. Pass play coming here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So it'll be second down. Throwing from the gun here. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. Well, no luck on his first look of the game. And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long. They'll throw it. Has it left side, Brock, but the throw carried him too close to that edge. They're going to say he brought it in out of bounds. And that's going to bring up fourth down. They'll send out the punting unit. And no doubt he wants a good start for himself here in prime time. Surprisingly had to punt 5 times in last week's win, and he sends this away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The home team's ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And as we work our way through this regular season, you can see he's currently sitting in the top 5 of the league in passing. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. He's got it on the bootleg. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Complete over the middle. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Throwing on second and real long here. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds, I think a yard or 2 short of the 20 here. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. He's going to throw this one. Along the sideline, he brings it in. They say he got the feet down too. Excellent work. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll give him a first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And it sets up second down. Still sticking with the passing game. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And the fair catch made here at the 15. No return on that punt. And they're going to be backed up deep in their own territory to begin this one. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And they're going to have a 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Hauled in left side. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. They motion the tight end over. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
Another drive coming up for this offense. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Setting up a throw. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
Catch is made down the right sideline. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Yeah, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. They'll throw it again. Short pass brought in. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
The give here on 2nd. He finds space into the red zone. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. The throw is caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
Shotgun now on third down. The back grabs it. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with first and goal.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
And they'll pitch it out to him. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did. You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
From the gun on third down. Looking touchdown, but can't connect. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that forces them to 4th and goal. Out comes the kick team to attempt this field goal. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Patterson now to return it. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Dump off caught by his back. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Throw on third down. Brought in right side. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. Their punter making his way out now. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they're going to take over possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Throwing the out route complete. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to throw. And he's there to send that one away incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
He's got it inside the 25. It's a huge pickup on the play. And it sets up 1st down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive jump. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
So as we all recover from that last play, it's 1st and 10 near the red zone. Throwing it again here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. And he loses control of the interception in the end zone. Could have taken away some potential points, but instead, new life, third down. Back now, pressure on its way. Complete out to the right side. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. From the red zone now. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
And he will take this in. Touchdown! These guys get some late points and the lead. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
They'll set up here for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And his guys push their lead to 3. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Patterson now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Throwing from the gun here. Getting out to his left. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I know quarterbacks get paid a lot of money and a lot of glamour in this league, but today, well, this is a tough day for this QB. He's taking a beating. And whether it means changing up some of the blocking schemes, maybe mixing in a little bit of run, or heck, this quarterback getting the ball out of his hand more quickly, he's got to start protecting himself.
All right, Kate, thanks very much.
Need quick, ready to grab a refill or a bite to eat because no halftime report this week. Everyone's set to get the 3rd quarter underway. Return starts at the 9. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And after a little running, he gets this up to the 32. He gets a half dozen on the carry, and that's also going to bring up 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Looking to the air here. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery.
You know what? Everybody on the field is going to make mistakes. The key is to clean that up as quickly as he can. Ball carrier loses possession, but he doesn't panic and lose composure. Instead, well, he hops on the ball and he saves the day.
They'll bring out the punter here. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And it's going to be their football coming up. 1st down, ball at the 36. Running it now out of the gun. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Back to the well again. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
From midfield now. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. They'll run here from the gun. And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. A 9-yard gain, but that still sets him up with a 3rd and 12. He'll throw it. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And this one's out of the side of the end zone. Was trying to get that precise aim, but he was off the mark. It's going to be a touchback. The offense getting set to go. They come in on a little 2-game skid, Brock, but in control of this one so far. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Man in motion out of the slot. 2nd and 10 now. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Pass play now. Complete out to the right. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
The visitors and this running back headed back out for a new series. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They'll run here on 1st down. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And they'll have 1st down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. The offense headed back to the field. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Play action on first down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz the corner, and the result proves it. There was barely time for the QB to set himself up to throw, let alone look downfield for a target before he was absolutely decked by somebody who I think enjoyed that chance to rush the passer.
And that will not be enough for a first down. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. He's got a man left. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Here he is on 3rd and long. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
On now comes their punter. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. The visitors returning their offense and this running back to the field. So no return on that punt. And it'll be their football. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. They'll run it from the gun. And he's brought down for a loss. Hang on now. Looks like we've got an injured player out there and in need of some aid. So we'll step away briefly as they work on him. Offense to the line for 2nd down. He's dropping back to throw. Hits him on the out route. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll give him a 1st down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Looking right, and he finds him. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Now hang on, looks like somebody came out after that play a little shaken up. Not sure we saw exactly what happened, but he'll get some assistance now. All set up now for 1st and 10. Now looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be a 1st down. Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
And the look outside yields no fruit. They make the stop near the line of scrimmage. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Ooh, the hard count worked. Somebody jumped. I think this is going to give them the 1st.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still 3rd down.
The penalty makes this 3rd and 2 now. Running it after the penalty. And he runs it across. Touchdown! Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Kicking team out to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And these guys take a 4-point lead.
17, our home team 13.
Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. This return starts at the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Their offense running back out now. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. To the sideline it goes. He's got it beyond the marker. It looks like he stayed in as well. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll give him a first down. Only took him one play partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. To throw here on first down. Dump off caught by his back. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
At the 40-yard line.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Throw left side, complete. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
That's the game play. Brings up 3rd and 2.
We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter on this Thursday night. They have the ball and could use an early score. They trail to start the 4th. Third and just 2 to go. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Punt team on the field. And this will mark his 5th kick of the night. And this is looking fantastic. Wow, bounces just yards shy of the goal line. Looks like they're going to mark it at the 4. Back out runs their offense. And with where that punt stuck them, Brock, this is going to be tough to repeat the touchdown from their last drive. On first down, they'll run. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Another carry for him. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right at the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
First down, and they go right back to him. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And this is knocked away on a good defensive effort there. That saves the catch, but I think this call should still give the offense some yards. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach.
Still 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. They'll run here following the penalty. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
He's going to try to drop it in deep right. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, you're looking at a huge gain.
And he's going to be taken down right around the 39. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Finds him over the middle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Has it down close. He has the touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Lining up now to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And his guys drive their lead to 11.
24. Our home team, 13.
They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now this offense getting set to work here. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late.
Let's go now.
Throwing now on first down. Cut out left. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
And 4 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Dropping back to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
At their 49-yard line.
They're going play action. He's going deep. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Back now, pressure on its way. Brought in right side. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3. Throwing off the play fake here. Complete beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 28. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Throwing now off play action. Completed over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's a loss of 1.
Some movement there before the snap, right side of the line. This is going to back them up.
Ball start, offense.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. They give it to him again. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Third time's the charm, he gets it again. And the struggles continue for him tonight. He's only able to get back to the line. Desperation time here on 4th. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Has a hole left, room to run. The 30. Gets the 10. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Went to the oh well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Now, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
Setting up to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And these guys push their lead to 18. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick-6. Starting from the 5. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Back to throw. He's got it over the middle. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. They bring the pressure. Down he goes. Fourth and forever coming up. They'll try and throw it here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And they finally drag him down, but not until after a very nice return.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick-6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
The visitors back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They're looking to just hang on to the ball through the finish. Defense has all of its timeouts, but with this game out of reach, a good chance they just let it run. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Sending the tight end in motion left. And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still 2nd down.
So things getting a bit tougher following that penalty. We've got 2nd and 15. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Back to throw now. Rolling left, buying some time. And the ground game works for the touchdown. These guys keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
That one splits the uprights. And his guys continue piling onto this lead. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He's got a man left. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 38. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Looking for a throw here. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's going to be 4th and short. Punting unit out now. And this effort's going to give him an even half dozen tonight. He fields this at the 18. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. They'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And it's not quite a full game shutout, Brock, but keeping that other side off the board in the 2nd half, that sure went a long way towards securing them this win. Made things a lot easier for everyone else to operate in the closing stages of the game. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. A nice showing here from our winners as we say so long from Orlando.